And we're live. We're here with Bree, and she is going to tell us today about Poultry Pro.
Hi, Bree.
It's been a while.
Yes, because you're fixing to graduate, right? You're almost
That's
done.
Damn. I've got one semester left if all goes well and at River Falls, and then I'll be out of there.
What do you have, like an 8.0 GPA or something?
Oh gosh, I don't think any engineer has above a 3.75 for university. But definitely, yeah,
This the second or third degree? Fourth? Like, which one is this? Didn't you get your first, like, college degree when you were in high school?
not cool. Well, I took enough college credits to get my college degree, like an associate's degree.
Mhm.
But I was going to Michigan Tech, and none of them transferred.
That's awesome.
It was a
That
lot of
sucks.
experience. Let's just say I learned calculus really, really good. Went to
Couple times.
Well,
Like,
nobody
man, I
can
love this so much. I'm doing it again.
Exactly.
nobody can take away your NASA design from your story
Yeah.
list.
Yeah.
So
That's
you've
true.
designed for NASA. Now you've designed for the USDA, and who else important have you designed for? You know, like
A lot of
Probably some
people.
acronym that she can't share with us.
Yeah, that's all hush hush. Top secret.
that's what you're doing in the middle of the night when you say that you're out with the pig and stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, congratulations then, finally being done.
Yep.
I'm excited.
Are
for
you
it.
done? You gonna go
Nope.
get another degree?
Nope. I'll be graduating my bachelor's. It'll be agricultural engineering, and then like the fancy term is with a focus in mechanized systems, and then a second focus in livestock systems. So basically designing equipment for animals and machinery.
Ooh, so like me setting up a place to manufacture feed and that kind of stuff would be right up your alley.
Yeah, like the designing like the mills and things like that. Absolutely.
If I did that, I would be like organized and stuff. The efficiency would be crazy at that point.
Yeah. But like that's basically what our US
I might have to fly you down here for that.
He would laugh at your system of, I don't know, your back dock pallets and stuff. She'd be like, "Oh, this amateur. We don't have grain bins, the fields in Oregon and stuff."
I don't have a grain bin.
Mm-mm.
Could not get away with that up here. Well, yeah, probably not.
Yeah.
You have to be very creative.
Well, he is in Alabama.
That might be
One day, because I'm in Tennessee, right? And so people will come to Tennessee and like the other states and stuff. And one day when I was a teenager, I was somewhere and somebody said something to me, and I just looked at him and I said, "Well, we do wear shoes. Does that count?" My mom was so embarrassed.
That would have been hilarious.
Well, I was known for the quick, witty replies when I was a teenager.
No.
Well, so Miss Brainiac has been designing websites and apps and all kinds of stuff. So
Yeah.
how many do you have now? We have Pits and Chicks,
Yep.
the auction,
Yep.
the app,
The virtual show, and then Poultry Pro. Yeah.
so 4.
Yeah. 4 of them right now. One other one in the works.
Wait, you're not
you-
going to tell
you
us?
Figured out how to go to college and all that stuff too.
Oh, these are my fun little side projects. Basically a genetics calculator where you'll put pictures in of your birds and it'll tell you what the outcomes are. And it'll tell you an idea of what the likely genetic breakdown is. And then if you cross birds together, what the birds could look like and like what % you'll get for each one. But that's working. There's a professor at the University of Montana, an extension of there, for her biology class that we're helping with. So
I want to be like the
That would
first
be
trial
cool.
person.
I can make that happen.
She's like, ooh, I'm going to need those.
That conversation that we had before the recording started, I'm gonna go let it in there. No. So what you guys don't know is I never have like claimed to understand quail genetics or anything to the extreme, right? I can get away with the basics, but I'm forever texting Bree pictures like, what is this?
I had this hatch out, but I don't know what it is.
Half the time, like, I don't know.
And then, well, I don't either, but you know, whatever. So now I have a extra pen, like just the ratios are right, and they put out eggs, and so I put those in the hen's choice orders. Like, this really is a hen's choice. I got no idea. And maybe
It's the hen's choice, not the farmer's choice.
exactly. I just know how to sex them, and I got them in there right. It works.
It could come out huge. It could come out purple. But it's going to be great.
And it's almost guaranteed to have some sparkly in it. Because they've all got some semblance of sparkly.
But I mean, when your focus is meat and eggs, like, who cares?
Right. What does color matter?
It doesn't. You don't eat the feathers.
No. Those are for the pigs.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And they're leaving soon, and I'm so excited.
Oh, God. I could not be.
I hate the pigs. I hate
Agreed.
them.
Agreed.
I'm waiting till next month, I think, when the processor said they should have all the deer out, and they'll slip in some other stuff before they start on beef again. So, yeah.
April 7th for me. They're
Mine
all
don't-
5 leaving.
Mine don't know that it's got a date, but that ornery son of a gun
Are you getting rid of all of them?
is going on the table. Get
All
rid
of
of the bigger ones.
All of them.
I've got my 3 huge ones are going. All the babies will stay.
Yeah,
for a
if they
little
grow
while.
up and they become big ones and there's 2 bunches.
Yes, but I already have people wanting it. So
Do you know what mine were doing the other day? Standing in the barn, have a piece of foam in my hand, and I'm putting eggs in the foam. In the
Mhm.
back, so in my barn, I've got the big doors on both ends, right? And the back big door, it's a 14-foot door, and the pigs are back there. And then there's cattle gates across it. So I can open the big door, and then the cattle gates keep them out still, right? They were pushing on the cattle gates so hard, they were separating the seams on my big door. So, like, I've got my hip and my leg and my shoulder against the door screaming for somebody to come help me. And he came and got some feed and went and poured the feed, like, over by the pond.
that's all it took.
And yes, and then close the gate. But then I was like, well, they're just going to push on that gate until they collapse the corner post, right? Because they're 500 pounds. They're big pigs. And so we had to move the electric fence. So all I'm trying to do is box some eggs, and it turned into moving pigs. And if you've ever moved pigs, that's not easy.
No.
They wanted a snack,
There's
and you would not drop them down. They wanted you to drop some quail eggs,
Well, I give them quail eggs like almost daily, but
but not that day.
this is terrible, so you ought to close your ears. But we caught one the other day eating one of my ducks.
that sounds about right. Mhm.
I was so mad. So April 7th, gone,
Mhm.
done with the pigs.
You have spots, right? The big old spots. Yep. They're nasty. They also look ugly.
You're breaking teeth. I just like how they run and they had to make their ears flat so they can see where they're going.
That is hilarious to watch.
But actually, the big one is okay. It's but she was raised for a year with the guy with the guy down the road, and he would go out every day and pet her and love on her and sit with her and talk to her and her mom and everything. But the babies I got as babies, and I'm not a pig person, never had been. Like I avoided those days in college. And we were allowed when I was in my senior year, my last semester, I had to take we call them practicals, where you had to go out on the farm and work for 3 hours or whatever. And we were allowed 3 absences. All 3 of mine were the big days. I just took them. They were scheduled. Okay, that's a big day. I'm out of here. They're so dang useful.
And then they stink. That's my
They
worst.
do. But, they serve their purpose. We got them to do the pond. They've done the pond. The pond is great. So now they can go.
I figured out a way to get mine to not stink. I did not have to train them to use this corner,
Oh,
but like they go to a corner. And every time it rains, I have found 25 to be the magic number. 25 pounds of lime neutralizes that perfectly. And it's good. Like you don't smell nothing for a while until we have a really hard rain again.
Well, maybe you need to flick it on that lady's land next to you that doesn't like you.
So I haven't seen her in a while. I know she's not a fan of the show, but I really have thought about, doing a really low hot wire, using like a telephone pole and putting it on my side and then doing it on the other side, which I own that land over there too, and then stretching string between and then just turn them loose, letting them eat all the grass because the lady don't maintain the land for jack. And I could put the coony coons and the goats over there. They would have a feast about midsummer when it was 3 feet tall.
Sounds like what sheep and cows are good for. Turn them loose and just.
Like I wanted to buy that land for that purpose. She won't sell it to me.
I saw a post this morning. Somebody wants to turn guinea pigs loose in order to keep the vegetation.
How many guinea pigs is it going to take to clean up an ant?
One.
But you could have 5 sheep do it in about a day and a half. The guinea pigs.
I was gonna say like some sheep or some goats, and they'd be in and out quick. But some guinea pigs.
Okay.
Oh, you're gonna prevent the birds from just coming to kill, or a dog, and it's a guinea pig.
They're gonna put their LGD in there to protect them.
It was on social media.
Oh gosh.
Bless them. As we say in the South, bless them.
Yeah. All right. So let's get back to Bree here.
People do everything.
So Pips and Chicks is still up, and you can get your genetics information there. We've got the auction site is back up and running and taking sellers and buyers.
Consigners.
Is that what you call them? Consigners.
Isn't that the right word? Technical.
So you guys.
Hey, I mean, we can be bougie.
The auction site is now open for all consigners.
That's the voice that I gotta use. I gotta make little advertisements now.
Yeah. You gotta talk really low and close to the microphone.
So did either of y'all ever listen to auctioneers?
Yeah.
So I will listen to that in the background while I'm doing stuff because it will catch my brain's attention and I can focus on whatever I'm doing.
Huh.
You just have to let
That's
that one
interesting
go.
because this is what happens when I go to an auction.
What? No, I can't go. Like I'll buy stuff left and right. I might not even know what I'm buying.
I know.
But I thought, man, I could do that and become an auctioneer and be cool.
You've got the southern accent for it.
But you talk really slow. It's going to take a lot of training. Do you know what I
Yeah.
got? The last auction I went to, a walker and an oxygen. Well, the walkers for the feed bags, which are fantastic. I'm just
Yep.
saying, if you have concrete floors in your barn, you need a walker with a seat on it because the feed bags are spectacular on there.
Hers
Yeah.
has the grips for the brakes, so it don't go away from her. It's hilarious. But she's got to know the science.
You got to admit it works great.
Oh, it's genius. I mean, it's even better than using like a wagon
Mm-hmm.
because
So we
it's got the little brackets around, and I mean, you just put the bag in there,
Mhm.
kind of lean it up against it, pull the top off.
It's
Holds it
It's the
open
right
for you.
height.
Yeah.
You don't have to bend over. It's fantastic. I mean, and they're stacked so high on my, what are those things called? U-boats? Where the
Mhm.
feed bags are stacked so high on the U-boats that I just wheel it right up to the stack and just slide it down. I don't even have to pick up bags.
Mhm.
Just slide it down
Yeah,
and
and
it falls
in
in the
there.
walker. Okay, so we did the auction site, and then the virtual show doesn't start till May, right?
Correct. We'll start running sponsors probably in the next month or so. But beyond that, like entries won't open until May.
Gotcha. And so now we're going to talk about your newest project, which is the, oh yeah. And I think I had like 400 birds loaded on the apps. Then, and I'm not technologically, I'm challenged in that.
Look, you've come a
respect.
long way in the last couple of
Yes.
years.
I have figured out Google Doc
And Squarespace.
and have
Make it do things that people say it can't do.
That's right.
Exactly.
And that is somebody that's gotten good with technology. Because it'll do anything. You just have to figure it out.
But I don't. So, well, this is what I need, Bree. Look, this is what I need. On your app, I go out there and I do the birds and I put everything in voice memos. Like, because I got my little earbuds in, I assess the birds with the tag number and da-da-da, and it's a voice recording. I need you to be able to take the info out of the voice memos and put it right in the app.
Okay.
Look, with all the stuff that you've done with it, voice recognition is just a little,
Just do that.
it's like some icing.
We
That's
just
it.
I did just add I think it was Eli. It was either Eli or Elijah. Had asked me to put like a journal on there. So there's a journal section now. So you could put voice memos into there. But as far as getting it into the whole data entry thing,
Look, if you can do math, please,
Yeah.
come on.
Right.
that's what structures.
Bree, you're
Oh.
not, you're not getting it here. Like when you do NASA, you set the bar.
Yeah.
So we just need you to maintain it. That's it.
I mean, I'm going to date myself here because I am old enough technically to be your mother. Yes, definitely, because my
I
youngest
have
child is
kids
older
older
than
than
you.
you too. I
When
mean, she's like,
when we were a kid, NASA was like, I mean, you got to NASA, where'd you go? It's all downhill from there. I mean,
look,
it was done.
the first computer that I built for NASA had a modem that connected to a phone line.
Oh my gosh.
Well, I just feel stupid with two NASA people here now.
Yeah, Carrie's a NASA scientist too.
I just built computers for them.
I just
Oh.
I
feel
was 19.
Hey, I watched them take off. Does that count?
Oh, that is so much fun.
exactly.
Yeah. Okay. So anyway, so that was my plug for your app. I needed voice recognition where I can just talk to it.
Well, the next biggest thing that I've been working on over Christmas break, because I have free time now.
Mm-hmm.
The most bizarre thing.
That is bizarre.
But I've been working with a developer. We're working to get it so that it'll be a mobile app on the Google and Apple Play Store for both the auctions
That's
and
a
poultry.
nightmare.
It is
And no.
That
hard. I did not realize it's so hard until I started
Yeah.
and halfway in. So I
You write a program that does something great, and you decide you want to put it in an app on the App Store, and it's like, oh, let's rewrite it in a totally different language. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna date myself again here. So what's the difference in that and just the little button on my home screen that takes me to your website?
the only difference is an app. Like,
About 10 million lines of code.
yep.
Okay, so why do that instead of just the little icon on my home screen?
I think people are spoiled and they want their apps.
Yep. It's easier for people to search on the App Store for poultry and then have it show up than to go onto Google and try and find it. Or, I don't know, the amount of messages.
I blame it on Amazon because everybody's got used to just the click and it's now. And we're spoiled. I mean, we have spoiled ourselves as a society with technology. And I love it. And
Right.
hate it.
So is that something you can just knock out over winter break?
Let's put it this way. I'm
Over the
about
next 10 years.
5,000 lines of code into this thing for one of them. And it's about half done. But
That's
it's
good.
yeah, the hardest part is they need to sync up. So I can't just write an app that does this because that would be too easy. It's got to be an app that connects to the web.
To a
And it
database.
yeah, so all the information is on the web, and then you can pull it onto the app. And if you put information on the app, it's got to talk back to the web platform. 2 different languages trying to come together, and then also like just getting all of that to transfer right and getting it through Google Play Store. Google Play Store and Apple Play Store both have 2 different code, well, not code requirements. They both use React Native, but 2 different standards, and they go through and they've got to test everything, and it's a hullabaloo.
Wow. Can you just ask ChatGPT? Can it just tell you that it did it?
Oh, I wish. ChatGPT is actually really, really good at writing code. It's really, really, really bad at realizing its own mistakes.
I was gonna say it can write the code. That probably ain't gonna work worth a crack.
Well, I'm working on Zapier now, and I'm gonna tell you that the AI on Zapier is so polite. It told me last night, "I'm sorry, but this isn't just gonna work, Jennifer. So can we change it over to this? Would that be okay?" I was like, "Well, yes, it can. Why don't you go ahead and do that for me?"
I mean, did it offer you some fries? That looks like Chick-fil-A right there.
He was. I need to give him a name, I guess. I've named George. George is ChatGPT. I haven't named Zapier yet. So, but yes, they're very polite. Yeah.
I gotta tell mine to get to the point because I always sit. This is probably sounds bad, but I sit in class with ChatGPT open. So whenever my professor like says something and my mind goes into like really weird questions that are totally off topic, I'll ask ChatGPT, and then it always gives me some really long, like pretty answer, and I'm like, "That's just you don't need to compliment me. Just give me the answer."
You can tell him to do that.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
do.
I'm forever telling mine to condense it down to like, I think I told it 150 words the other day, and he did. So, I didn't have time to read 3 screens, so I just told it
Right?
to do 150 words. Okay, so just out of curiosity, how long does it take to write 35,000 lines of code?
A long time. There's a lot of
So
framework in place, so there's a lot of, like, stuff I can copy and paste from the regular one and, like, the web app version, and then just tweak things here and there. There's a lot of other apps out there that are open source and open code that I can pull things from as well. So, it's not like I have to sit and hard write it. My goal is to have, like, the basic one for at least the auction site up and running by, like, middle of February. Whether it'll be on the App Store by then, probably not. But that's the goal.
See, it's easy. Well, once school starts back, you won't have very much time.
Yeah, we'll see. I've got less credit I'm only at 18 credits this semester. I was at way more than that last semester's.
18's manageable.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I
And
mean, you could do that while you're asleep, and then work on your code while you're in class.
I'll go on to how much I was working in class, not class stuff.
See.
Well,
Okay, so let's actually tell people why they need why is it useful?
yeah. So probably should start with why I created the app.
Okay.
For anyone that does like chicken things in general and likes to keep track of their information or their data, that was me. I kept track of like how many eggs birds would lay, feed as I got into more on like the quail side, and then things like that. I kept track of feed, kept track of weights and things like that. I always had IDs for my birds, names for them, and like when I'd get them, when I'd sell them. Um, and at one point when I came to Man Valley Farm, I think I had like it was somewhere like 10 spreadsheets of this information, and it was a lot, and it was a pain. And we were redoing the UWRF's poultry barn setup, and I tried introducing my boss to these 10 spreadsheets. And he looked me dead in the eyes and he's like, Brianna, you can program. What do you do? Like, can we not? And yeah, so I made it into an app, and it basically I took everything that UWRF wanted. I took everything that I thought was important and things that I used in my research trials. So things like um things like eggs that I'm getting out, feed consumption, it'll tell you your water ratios, it'll flag it if things are if all of a sudden your birds go from laying, 30 eggs a day to 20 eggs a day. You'll get a health check on there. You can do health checks, which is a big thing that I think a lot of poultry breeders don't do. Things like condition scores, which is huge in animals like cattle and pigs, but I never hear about condition scores in poultry until I started working with the Humane Handling Institute that we have at River Falls, and just little things like that. And I'd seen other software before. We've used other software for different animals, and all of it seems really clunky, right? I used the Flock Star for a little bit, um, and it was hard. One, because it didn't have all the information I wanted to have, and two, because it wasn't very user friendly. So I made the app to be as simple and as easy as possible. We've got 15 different farm workers that all can use it pretty much like without any training. You just log in. There's big buttons at the top that say you log your eggs, log your feed. You put your flocks and your birds in, and you get your reports out. And then since then, it's kind of grown. I built the poultry index, so breeders can upload their stats on there. And you can choose whether to opt in or opt out. And if you opt out, obviously it's your data, so we never have control over it. Like at any point, you can say I want out of the program, and all of your data is removed from it. But you can benchmark it against the average. So the goal is eventually we'll have enough breeders in it. And you can display your name or you don't have to. But it says this is what the average is. So for Craternix, I think we had about 1,000 some birds in there. We had a growth pattern. And you can see where your birds were sitting on relative to that growth pattern in their age. You can see like your egg production, whether it was higher or lower, your fertility, your hatchability, and all of like your metrics you can compare against the average from actual breeders, not just big name hatcheries that are keeping everything under very, very tight conditions. You can see what it's like from people that have anywhere from 5 birds to 5,000 and in between. So that's kind of been where it's gone and where it's still going. We're still getting more breeders into the index and more breeders using Poultry Pro just about on the daily.
Can you put in like a family tree type thing for the birds?
Absolutely. So when you go in and you add your birds, you can add birds like one at a time, or if you've got like 100 birds or you just hatched out a batch of them, you can batch entry a whole bunch of them. and you can choose the dam and the sire if you have them on your farm, and it'll actually populate the whole spreadsheet for you. It'll show you a pedigree. You can put in genetic traits. Genetic traits will show up on that pedigree. It'll tell you inbreeding coefficients if you're someone who does a lot of line breeding or sibling matches or father to son or spiral breeding. You can figure out how inbred your birds are, and then you can see whether that's impacting your fertility or your different gene traits when you go down, and you can plug genes into there too.
So I can see where like somebody like me that's getting pretty tight, like on the Orpingtons, that if somebody was just getting started with birds, why would all of this stuff be important?
Personally, I think that doing this in the beginning would be, it may not be important to the person at that time, but if they ever plan on breeding, it will save them hours and hours and hours of sorting through notepads from the barn, notes on their phone, text messages that they sent somebody, like sorting through all that junk. They would
Mhm.
already have it in here because like you can do family and then individual bird, or no, it's called a flock. You can establish a flock, add birds to it, put in all their ID number, all that crap, even their name. And then, it keeps up with everything for you.
Yeah.
I would say it's almost idiot proof, but being an educator myself, I know that that's a stretch.
I sent it to some of my cousins. One of my cousins, he was like 13, I think, when I sent it to him. And he was able to figure it out and keeps track of his birds on it religiously. So
He cooks up computers, and he doesn't need computer like me either.
I will say the very first person I sent it to was you guys.
I am in it right now.
He
And if
Yeah.
my boss can use it, who hates computers with an absolute passion, I think just about everyone can use it.
Well, I do have like 4 birds in it, I will say, but I'm still in the transferring the information from voice memos to it. That was going to be my winter project. And then I could like move forward for spring breeding is what I'm going to use it for.
Yeah.
I don't count eggs. I don't care how many I get. Because I mean, there's counting eggs and then there's counting like usable eggs. So
Yeah.
I don't know. It eh, it doesn't matter to me. Will it figure out like if you're making money or not?
Yep. There's a whole finances section on there. It'll not only won't tell you, your price per egg, price per bird, price to raise out your bird. It'll tell you where you're spending the most money in there. And then it'll also tell you where you're bringing in the most money. So, and there's super easy buttons on there. Anytime you buy something, you can upload it on there and fill out your expenses. And same thing when you sell something, you can put in your customer if you want, or you can just say, "This is what I sold, and this is how much."
Question. And how much does it go into helping you, say, with filing it, like getting all the data together for a Schedule F?
A Schedule F.
Okay, so if you have a farm, you track all your finances
Mhm.
and you fill out a Schedule F
Oh,
for the
oh.
IRS.
There's a option on there to export everything, so you can go back and you can export it. I think I'm still working on a spreadsheet, but it will give you a PDF of it, and it'll give you your summary, and you can choose
Nice.
you want week, month, year on there, and then you can also choose like for a specific flock for your whole farm. You can export all of that, and it'll give you the nice. You can print it, you can save it. Just the report.
See, I like the fact that, you can have chickens for free eggs or cheap eggs because they're like $14 a dozen. And, you tell that story to your spouse, and I'm not going to condone being dishonest, but you tell that story to your spouse and they don't see the feed bill. So, but you can actually log in and look at the finances section and, decide whether you're going to really enjoy that egg sandwich or you're going to sell that egg.
Mm-hmm. And the biggest one for me was plugged in the numbers and it told me the price per egg. And there was a point where I was over $1 an egg for just what I was bringing in a month. And it's like, okay, how many places can I go where I can sell eating eggs for over $1 an egg? And the answer is not many.
Publix.
Yeah. We don't have those here, us.
Realty.
Yeah. You have Quick Trips. Quick Trip.
Yeah.
I like
Now-
the QT.
If you ever get Publix, you need to go to Publix because you can just go in there and everybody's nice to you.
That's the Quick Trip.
That is true.
Oh, is it?
Mhm.
Yeah. It's like going to Chick-fil-A. Just everybody's nice to you. You don't have those either, do you?
More. That's just how people are up north.
Oh, baloney.
I gotta
Maybe kind of go. We don't
Look,
curse. But
I gotta say, she there's a lot of truth to what she says, because I go up to Pennsylvania a couple times a year, and I'm up there, go to town, eat out, drive down the interstate, and it's like people let you get over instead of you just punching it and go. And then coming back through here, it seems like on the interstate, when I cross Kentucky and hit Tennessee, like, well, right around where Rebecca lives, because she's on the very northeastern part. So, and that's the interstate that I come down to get home. But it's like coming out of Kentucky and I hit Tennessee, it's back to get out of my way to get over instead of, oh, I see you coming up behind me and I'm going the speed limit in the fast lane. So I'm just going to be nice and get over. Yeah. Once you hit that point, they don't do that anymore. You got to get in the slow lane to go around somebody in the fast lane.
Listen, it used to be like that here, and then people from everywhere moved here.
you won't get. It's too cold up here for everyone to move here.
Yeah, exactly. So, and technically, she's in the Midwest. Last time I went up the East Coast, somebody tried to steal my dog.
Oh, yeah. You get shot for that here.
So, all right. So, tell us about how much this app costs. Is it expensive?
No.
It's free. So throw it.
Like, check it out for free.
The baseline is free, so you can have. I think it's at 15 birds and 1 flock for free. Oh shoot, my computer's gonna die. So you can get like the basic features and stuff for free, and then if you want to go into like the specifics, like you want really big reports or you want to upload like pictures for your birds or things like that, the basic plan starts at $5 a month. And then the premium comes down or is with everything. So you get reports, you get health reports, you get the pedigrees and everything like that. That's $10 a month. And then there's discounts if you buy yearly as well. So
And see, with the premium,
we tried.
you're limited to 1 million flocks. If you look at the site,
If
it's
anyone's
one.
going over that, they can send me back.
Because I was like, how many zeros is that?
We couldn't put no limit. Does it crash? So I just put as many zeros.
Yeah. And look, if somebody has more than 999,999,999 birds,
They can let me know, and I'll up that one.
that change the line of code.
All right. Well, we will wrap this up by saying that Bree is part of Quail Mania also. And she is bringing out her, I was going to say inner nerd, but you kind of just ooze nerd. So, and I mean that with love. But when I saw the title, I was like, oh man, that's nerdy. Using statistics and breeding. That's what it said, right? Using statistics to breed.
Well, I mean, you.
Like, but
Yeah. 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 I took statistics in college.
I promise it's not that in depth.
Okay. All right. So if you guys are all nerdy,
you get
and
nerdy.
you want more breed nerdiness, then come to Quillmania and she'll explain statistics to us and how to use those for birds. And the All Access Pass, you're giving a discount on the app for that, right?
How long is the
50%
discount good for?
Yep. Anywhere from a month to a
So, like, if I subscribe, I get
Gosh,
50%
I
off of my
remember
annual plan.
I think it was several months.
Yep. So visit quailmania.com for that. But if you don't like us and you just want to see Bree, that's Pips and Chicks, right? So, all righty. Well, we'll be back next week.
See y'all.